Hello and welcome back to the Finish Line, proudly sponsored by Hollywood Bets. It's only myself and Dave tonight. Well, it was Tom, but Tom is in Tremor and his internet isn't working, so you're stuck with two of us, unfortunately. So we are here to talk about the Irish Derby, and we're going to do the Northumberland Plate as well from Newcastle. But how are you anyway? Long time no see.
Yeah, I'm all right. A few winners. So Willow finally won for one of my horses to follow.
Well backed.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, she
You look
was well back today.
You look very hangry.
Back to being up at 6 a.m, so it's not ideal. Like, and I am hungry. Yeah.
You need to bring your dinner with you. Anyway, one might be a bit quicker than normal because it's nearly kick off to Portugal and France.
It should be a good game.
Should be a good game. Two of us missed the midday games, 5 o'clock games.
Yeah, I've
5-0 and 3-2.
It's like nearly 8 now. I've been going since my second shift. I've been going since around 3. So
I haven't come off my first shift since 2012 and no, since 2012 and no was born.
It don't look like the pubs are opening here either.
Some Delta variant, then Stealth variant, then
there's a Delta,
Mickey Mouse variant.
There's an apparent Delta Plus.
Oh, Plus.
Yeah, I just dying.
Is that a premium one? You have to pay more to get rid of that.
It's like Netflix Plus.
You have to get a what are they called? AstraZeneca Plus or bloody Monster to get rid of it. I'm flicking through pages here and I have no idea what we're looking at.
I think you went past it already.
What are we starting with?
The Northumberland Plate.
Dave's doing the odds again today because I just had barely any time to get this together today. So hence, I have no graphics done. It's been a mad day. Where the hell?
Busy people. The Northumberland Plate. There's betting. Some of the races there's not betting for yet, but this one there is betting for. Trushan favourite. Opera Gift 6-1. Long Cider 9-1.
Cedar.
Dubious Affair. It could be Cedar actually.
Cedar.
Dubious Affair 10-1. Australis, who seems to run this race every year for the last 25 years.
It's like Buena Vista that jumps.
10-1. Z-Band 10-1. Dancing King 12-1. Hockfeld, another Mark Johnson horse 14-1. Prince Alex 14-1. Blow Your Horn.
Yeah.
14-1. And then it's 16-1 bar, and there's a good portion of horses and outsiders in this race.
How I guess who Dave's back in?
I'm not.
Hold up. Oh, he is there. That's okay.
What
would you say that now?
Long Cider.
Yeah.
For me, I'd go with Trushan, to be honest. I think he was pretty much well fancied for the race with Subjectivist, and how come I?
You only need to know. All you need to remember Subjectivist. That's all. Just carry on.
How can I can't remember the other guy's name?
Who was in it?
The favorite.
Oh, Yakavarius.
Yeah, that's just on top of my head.
See, because he's no good anymore.
It must be. Yeah, it's kind of with me. It's what you done for me lately, really. Isn't it? It's like a female is just gone. Bye bye.
Oh, what's your name? Hey, Dave, remember me? No.
That episode of Friends where Joey throws it around because he can't remember his own name. I remember your name, lady.
What's my name? It doesn't. Oh, that was the Rock. Sorry,
that was the Rock. It's too much emotional for me. But anyway,
keep going. No, come on, you had to finish off the scene now.
No, Friends. It's a great show. It's timeless. Trushan, I would say this probably wasn't the first port of call. He won a Group 2 last year, at the end of last year. They pulled him out, obviously, for the firm ground. He won that Group 2 last year in October on the Champions Weekend.
He did.
And it was just wicked, soft, heavy ground.
What to pull him out of?
The Gold Cup.
Who won that?
Subjectivist.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, he did.
Great horse, that Subjectivist, I must say. It's really after turning me towards him now.
See, it's like this is like I kind of do this to you. I haven't done the honeysuckle whole chasing
I
fiasco.
just wanted to see him do it. I told you, like, Frankie was on Stradivarius, so I was quite happy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he's a worthy favourite. There's one or two outsiders, but he really has the form to win this.
Yeah, I'm kind of,
and he'd be above the level of horse that usually runs it.
Yeah, I was between him and the fella I'm putting up. I'm putting up Long Sea. His name is alongside of a moment Sea. Look, he's only ever having 3 runs in his whole life. He had and they've all been on the all better, so we know he acts on it. He came back from a 388-day break. His first run for Sir Mark Prescott. Bolted up, looked very green. He beat a horse called Raymond, who was at the win 3 times since. So look, he's down. I think he's number 25 in the weights. So he's carrying 9. What's he carrying?
8 stone 6.
8 stone 6 is carrying.
Trushan is carrying 10 stone 4 with Reese Clutterbuck taking 5 off.
Great name.
It is.
Look, he's down at the bottom of weights. You know the way Sir Mark Prescott's horse progressed through handicaps is when they hit the longer distance. He has a run for it's the 6th of February. Look, there's going to be no problem with his fitness and first time up off a little break. As I said, 388-day break. He came back and he won that race at Lingfield. Look, it's the whole. He's one of the very few unexposed horses in the field. And the fact he's getting so much weight after Trushan, if you go back and watch his race the last time, he looked a horse that's on the up very, very rapidly. So I think he's going to be very hard to keep out of the top 3 at least. Look, he's going to need to come on again to get at Trushan, but I think he can with the weight concession and so on. And the fact that Mark Prescott's horse love the way whatever way he trains them, they just keep progressing until they hit their seal. And there's no way in hell this lad has hit the seal. So what is he, 9-1? Something like that. I think he's a good bet. There's one, if he does turn up, he only ran last week in Queen's Pass, is Mark Johnson's Dancing King. Before he was on the back of 4 straight wins. He was 8 behind O'Brien's in it. Jesus Christ, I didn't write it down. The race. Wordsworth, yes, that race.
He was second. Sure, who bet him?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to think. Boards. Prince Cadabble.
Wow.
Prince Cadabble. Oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, but it's not coming to be there at all. He was running very well up to the 2 furlong. Kamari, that's him. Not even the colours one. No,
Dolphin horse.
He was running very well up to the 2 furlong pole. Still there. Didn't get a run up the rail. Look, he wouldn't get anywhere near him, but he's dropping down a big time in grade against less inferior horses, bar Trushan. So I think he's a double figure price. I think he could be a solid each way bet. If he turns up in the same form, he's going to.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise for Mark Johnson's a horse to run badly and then come back.
But it wasn't even a bad run at that. He was traveling so well up to the, I'd say 2-3 furlong. He didn't get the breaks. Look, he wasn't going to win either way. He might have snuck a place. He wasn't beaten that far. This is a drop in grade against lesser horse, the bar Trushan, as obvious, but he's getting weight off him again. I think he could be one for places. You get 4 or 5 places.
Easily. Some bookies get 6 places on this. I've got 7 million horses in it.
Oh, what was it? 20,
I think.
20 max?
Yeah.
Look, alongside has to get in. He's 25, but I'm sure at least 4 or 5 drop out.
Maybe I'm wrong. There could be more.
Yeah. Right, where to next?
We're going all the way to the
still on Saturday
soundtrack that is the Curragh.
Soundtrack, yes. Oh, I love that.
I was waiting to say that for a while. Oh, it's just so bad up there.
Whistling Straits.
Yeah, literally.
We're never going to be allowed in the
Railway Stakes. €2 Group 2. 305 of the Curragh. Now, there's no betting for this at the moment.
Go on, make up your own betting.
No,
Which think should be favourite?
I'm going to give you what I think will be kind of the top of the market. Go from there.
That's what I'm on about.
Castle Star Story is going to be favourite. The form is in the book there. I think Dr. Zemf will be right up there, maybe second favourite. He was very impressive in his first run. His only run so far. Aiden then has Canamosto. I'm sure he'll run. He does tend to run the horses that ran at Ascot back in this race, the 2-year-olds. Donica's horse, who he liked, Masetto, is entered. Then you have Go Bears Go, Dave Loughnane horse that
he ran Ascot as well, didn't he?
Second at Ascot. And then a couple more. Jim Bolger has a couple entered. Aiden has numerous other ones entered as well. But I'd say the top of the market's going to be Castle Star and Dr. Zim.
Who are you going for? Spit it out.
If Calamosto runs, I'll go for him.
Ooh, why?
I think he didn't. He wanted another furlong. Was it the Norfolk he ran in?
You are asking the wrong person.
In Ascot. I'm nearly sure you backed the winner, Perfect Power. Petra Fahey, Paul Hannigan. And Go Bears Go was second in that race. I think that was a decent race.
Hold on, try and get with you now.
He to me, he looked like a horse that wanted 6 furlongs. I'm thinking the first race he ran at Dundalk, it was 5 furlongs.
Good old Dundalk.
It just wouldn't surprise me if he didn't reach the ceiling of his ability at Ascot and he comes out and wins this. He looked to be about the best of what Aidan has out so far.
I did back that, yeah.
This year, like Aidan would usually have a couple of really good two-year-olds for the Coventry, and he didn't. This fella was about the best, and he entered him for the Norfolk. Castle Star is very good. There's no doubt about it. Dr. Zemp, you're kind of going on the strength of the run he had, but I think some of the fillies in that race are not that good. So I'd go for Aidan's horse if he does run. And then if Aidan's horse didn't run, I think Castle Star would be a worthy favourite. I'm
going with Dr. Zemp. Look, this is on the basis. Look, I presume Sergio won't run, and a few others that ran at Ascot won't run. Look, Castle Star is obviously the one to start with. His form has been good this season. Castle Star beat a Jim Bolger horse, Missing Martin or something like that, I think, beaten by 2 lengths. But Dr. Zemp beaten by 8 lengths. Over the same distance, over the same track, over the same going.
I was Missing Matron. It's the one that won the first race of the season.
He done it so well. The way he hit the line, the way he kept going, he's very green. If he comes on for that, any way, shape, or form, he's going to be some horse to follow for the season. I watched it back today, and it's the way he travelled through the race very well. Colin gave him a little squeeze going out the 2 furlong pole, and he just kept taking off. He hit the front, he was green, and he won by 2 lengths in the end. Look, as you said, probably the fillies in that are not much to be shouting home about. But it's the way he done it, the style he done it in. Look, he is going to have to learn to lot from and come on for it to beat the likes of Macedo, Castle Star, and your horse, Cadamesto. That's the danger. If I'm honest, I think on the back of that run at Ascot, he'll surely come on for that. Was first run on grass. His win was at Dundalk, which was a good win. He's a big boy, so I think it's going to be one hell of a race if they all turn up. Depending on prices and so on and so forth, I think you might get 9-2, 5-1 for Dr. Zemp on the back of Castle Star, Cadamesto, and if Macedo turn up, you might even get bigger than that. If he turns up to any like that, I think he's a very good each way bet.
Yeah.
But look,
he looked well the day he won.
The more you look into it, the more a decent race it could end up being. Like Richard Hannon, it might be sending over jukebox as well. He's unbeaten as well.
Yeah.
Go Bear Goes come over. He could be as well. There's a good few winning now. Aidan has 1 or 2 that could just jump off, and
there's no 2-year-olders really
taking you by the
bar 1 that ran at Newmarket.
Who?
Shangdang. Al Maktoum's colours.
Shangdang Hamnam style.
I'll think of the name of it.
Come on, Flat Guru.
Starts with B anyway. The time of the race was just phenomenal, and the finishing speed and all that. But yeah, he was very good. The Newmarket July course he was on.
So who we finished with? I'm going Dr. Zemp.
I am going with Calamosto.
Great names. Right, what are we after next?
We are going to the Irish Derby. I was trying to find the name of that horse, but
what?
There you go.
Get it.
No, when you're talking on this, I'll try to find it.
So you're not going to listen to my good insight.
No. The Irish Derby at 3:45 at the Curragh. High Definition is your favourite, 6-4. Mojo Star, who's been supplemented and has yet to win a race, 4-1. Hurricane Lane, 9-2. I'm sure he would have been probably Tom's pick if he was here. Max Swiney, 13-2. Ground has gone against him. Lone Eagle, 15-2. Van Gogh 12-1, and then 16-1 bar with some of the Aidan O'Brien outsiders, and some Earlswood for Johnny Murta, Fernando Vici, Donica. But top of the market is High Definition and Mojo Star.
High Definition wins. And
wins.
wins.
Tell us why, or just
and wins well. He wants every inch of this 1 mile 4. He ran the Dante. I know Hurricane Lane beat him, but it was 2 lengths, I think, in the end. He was only getting going at the mile 2 pole. Looked like he was outpaced the same way he did when he won his maiden over 1 mile at the Cora. He just, as a horse that takes a while to get going. I think if they make more use of him out in the Cora, get him up by the pace, have a front runner so he's something to aim at, I think this race could be over the 2 furlong pole. I really think this fella is something special. He just needs to go and do it now. He's had the hype behind him. He's had the hype, but it's his impression of the way he runs is the further he goes, the better he could be. Look, he could be a Gold Cup horse in a few years. I think he could be that good.
He does look like that kind of stayer, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah, he's deceiving. I say fast, not fast, but deceivingly has a good cruising speed. But it just takes some time. He kind of gets stuck in third gear, and once he hits it, he goes.
He's related to a 3 mile hurdler.
There you go. Who's he related to?
Royal Aid.
Never heard of him. Anyway, but yeah, I think this. Look, he 100% needs to step up the distance. Look, he could end up in the Leisure, St. Leisure at Doncaster at the end of the season. I think he's going to take some beating in this, and I think the horse that's going to be following home is Max Winey. That's my take on the Irish Derby. Hurricane Lane, look, he has the beating of High Definition over a mile 2. I think the step up and trip is going to see High Definition a hell of a lot more than Hurricane Lane. Mojo Star hasn't won a race. He's been supplemented for this. It's either they had too many bloody champers at Royal Ascot to do this. I can't see him win this whatsoever. Can you?
No, I cannot. I was going for one, but Frankie Dettori's on him now. He's nearly turned me right off, but I probably still will back him. But Lone Eagle, Martin Mead's horse. I like Martin Mead as a trainer. He tends to get the odd decent horse. I thought Method was going to be very good last year, but I think the ground is putting paid to his chances at the moment, or it did anyway last week at Ascot. But he had that Group 1 7 furlong horse, Acclaim. He had the horse that won the Commonwealth Cup a couple of years ago as well. Frankie actually rode that, won a couple of Grade 1s, Group 1s. You know I'm talking about. You would have backed him as well.
I have no idea who you're on about.
He won the Commonwealth Cup at Ascot, and he went over to France and won a race and another race.
What colours?
White. I'll come to me in a minute. But he's a good horse. He's a good trainer when he gets a pretty decent horse. I think Lone Eagle is definitely a group horse. Whether he's Group 1 standard, I don't know. But I'm willing to take the chance because I just think High Definition is really slow. I don't know how High Definition turns that form around with Hurricane Lane from York, to be honest. I know people are like, take High Definition out of it, but I think he's a ledger horse. I think he wants another 2 furlongs. Lone Eagle was in that Sandown Classic trial. It was probably the best race ever run for that standard at Sandown, with the Derby winner coming out. Then William Haggis's horse winning at Royal Ascot.
Jeez, your brain is gone today.
It's gone. I'm up forever. Literally. It's been a long week. Alencar.
That one.
That won the race. Adair, the Derby winner, was second. Yabir, another Godolphin horse, was third. We didn't see him at Ascot. I think he got pulled out. Bellaccio is another horse of David Manusier.
Great name.
That I know that he keeps being backed every time he's running, so they fancy him as a decent horse. Richard Hannon had a decent horse in the Tonian.
Who?
And Lone Eagle was favoured for it. And they weren't happy with him after the run. Come back out at Goodwood, won at Goodwood. I think he's worth a decent shout. And he's about 8-1 as well, so he's each way price.
That's a good price. Bar when you put Frankie on him, may as well put him 12-1 shot. Yeah, look.
He's by Galileo, which is always a good thing.
It's a very good thing. Look, just on your point, you're saying that you don't know how high definition is going to turn around the farm. Look, I totally get it. He did win it well. I think they need to make more use of high definition. They need to have him closer to the pace. I think this kind of not hold up tactics, but mid pack doesn't suit him. Doesn't have the change of gear. I think if they just have him behind the leader.
Advertise was the name of that.
Oh, yeah. Useless. I did. Yeah, I think if they have him up closer to the pace, have a pacemaker in front of him, so he just has something to keep him occupied, something to aim at, take him out 2.5 furlongs out, let him rip, because he's going to take at least a furlong to get going.
Or 4.
Take him out of 4 furlong. But look, I expect him to win, but if he doesn't, I cannot see him being beat. Win this or not, I cannot see him be beaten St. Leger if he turns up there. He's just that. He just strikes the stare.
I said I think he'll win the St. Leger. He all the world to me looks like St. Leger horse, but we'll see. Capri done it. He won the Irish Derby and then won the St. Leger, so it's doable.
Then he just decided to be shit.
He wouldn't be a bet for me though, like at 6-4.
He's not a great price on what he's done. But look, I'll be sitting back and watching. I think he will win. Just Capri, remember him? He won the best St. Leger probably ever run.
Yeah, and then
he ended up in shit.
Yeah, he's useless. That was the end. I never won a race.
That if ever were an example, that Aidan O'Brien needed to do an Istabrack. Yeah. Send him over hurdles.
Yeah, he would have been a good. But he's a national hunt stallion now, so
is he?
Some great Capri babies in years to come.
God, Cheltenham Festival 6-day preview. Yeah. There'll be like 6 Capris.
When he was good, he was just never say die.
We're on that. It just came into my head. What do you make of the whole 5-day Cheltenham Festival?
Oh yeah, go for it. I don't understand this thing. Dilute the quality. Like you want to get people involved in racing. The biggest things are Royal Ascot and Cheltenham festivals. You're making money. Bookies making money. That's what it's all about. Like,
but I think the whole argument, that, like the whole dilution, is like we have this whole 2 mile 4 division taking it away from.
Nonsense.
So you want to see
like the ITV racing people, this, that, and the other thing, like life is full of change. Just get on with it.
Yeah, but would you like to see a 2.5?
Yes.
Didn't you finish the sentence?
It's 2.5 mile hurdle. Yes. Grade 1 hurdle. Yes. You have a 2.5 mile open chase, the Ryanair 2 mile 5. You can do the same with the hurdle.
Yes,
right?
you can.
That can take the main stage on Saturday.
That race is an entry.
Nobody cares. Like that's like that. They didn't even enter him at entry this year. It was the worst entry hurdle ever.
Yeah, no, but some horses, or not some horses, trainers, like they're targeting entry more than they are targeting English trainers. Are targeting entry
race as well.
Yes, I'm all for that though. All for that
race. You'll also have,
this is where Tom will go.
Mares have started such a big program for mares now. You'll have another mares race. I actually don't see the issue with it at all.
Look, if there is, I don't have an issue. I'm playing devil's advocate half the time here. I have no issue with the 5 days. As long as it's good racing. I'd want this, it'll be 100 or 0 to 120 mares hurdle for mares that haven't won a race and named after Honeysuckle after winning the Gold Cup.
But it's just good for racing. Like that, the whole year is geared around the festival. Another day at the festival can't be a bad thing.
What people are getting at is the 4 days right now looks perfect.
But they said that when it was 3 days. They didn't want the 4th day.
But there is 2 or 3 races you would take out Cheltenham right now. Off the top of your head, there's 2 or 3 races you would take out, and you would think, and one of them is the Fred Winter. You take out straight away. The other one is the Kim Muir. What's the point of them? You tell me you wouldn't take them out.
No, they're not great races. But it's Cheltenham. Like.
I know.
Like for everybody that's involved in racing, it's such a big deal. Like being negative about it, I think it's just madness. No, I'm not saying you're negative, but I've seen loads of negativity over it. They said it about Royal Ascot as well. They added a race to Royal Ascot every day this year. They said they're not taking it away. It didn't take anything away. It didn't have any negativity towards it. It only enhanced it.
It will look. Once it's all said and done, was it 2023 is happening?
Yeah.
It'll be all water under the bridge. Hopefully they'll come up with. Look, as you said with the 2.5 mile race, they're only clicking. Like they have the Supreme, they have the Ballymore 2 mile, 2.5 mile. They can easily do it.
That's been a race that's been missing for as long as it's on.
They need to move the Gold Cup to Saturday, though.
No, they're keeping that Friday.
I've seen that. They need to move that to Saturday. That's the race of the week. That needs to be the creme de la creme. That needs to be the curtain closer. That needs to be on the final day.
Yeah.
You don't want the Ryanair on the Saturday. You want the Gold Cup on the Saturday.
Yeah, true enough. I'm sure they'll figure it out as they go in.
No, they won't. Anyway, back to it. I'm all for it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm all for an extra day in the pub watching Cheltenham.
Yeah, so am I. You know, let's do a 5-hour podcast on it instead of 4.
Oh, imagine
an extra day. Why not? Yeah.
We'll have to start on the Friday and finish the Saturday.
I need to book off holidays for that one.
Right, where are we going next?
Sunday,
2
o'clock at the Curragh. It's grade 2 for the filly, 2-year-old fillies this time. No betting again. I think there's only 10 or 11 entered, so I'll go through them all. Joseph's horse, Agatha.
I thought you were going through the change. Joseph horse, we've Aiden's horse.
Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, who should have won at Ascot. And it was 50-1, and I tipped it to the lads, and it got a stinker of a ride.
Can somebody make a t-shirt when every time Dave gets really angry, does this?
Eternal Gold. Then there's some great names coming up here. Hermana Estrella, great name. Impeached Alexander, one of those Jesse Harrington Alexander horses.
I love them
horses. I think
horses.
that's the best named of them all. Madonna del Rosario.
I would have made a balls of that name.
Missing Matron. Prettiest, who's Aiden's filly by Dubawi. Sangria. Tuesday, an unraced horse from O'Brien's stable. It's just called Tuesday.
Or they up all night thinking about that name. What day was it born? Tuesday, that'll do.
But she is a full sister to Minding and Empress Josephine, so her breeding is very good. Velocidad, and then
I thought you were going to say Velociraptor.
Yeah, then yes. What are you going for, Andrew?
I'm going for the one you had a little go about there. Cheer Up CPG. As you said, she got a stinker of a ride. Should have been a lot closer than she was. But before that, she went off 15-8 favourite for the first Lawyer Stakes, the one which Castle Star won.
Mm-hmm.
She was blowing post-race, according to the vet. So wipe that off. Forget about it. She obviously came on again for her third at Royal Ascot last week in the Queen Mary, where she should have been a lot closer. She turns up here. I think she could be hard to beat. I've no other view on any of the rest of them, but I think she'd probably be favourite if she turns up. Don't feel any effect from last week. Look, she could be very, very hard to beat. She's a horse on the up. Yeah,
I had text the lads and said she went off favourite for the race that who is saying?
Castle Star.
Castle Star.
You are absolutely way with fairies today.
My mind is gone. It's either the tablets or the tiredness, one or the other. 2 T's.
2 T's.
I couldn't believe the price she was in Ascot.
Yeah, it was
and
mental
she was
price.
drawn on the right side at that stage of the week. But she was held up way too far off the pace because the American horse just went like a nutcase. And then a quick Susie just sat in behind that. And by the time the race was over, she was only getting going. Step Up 6 furlongs suit her, I think. She's by Star Spangled Banner, I'm nearly sure, who's turned into a decent sire. And she's just like, she should have won the race at Ascot.
Mm-hmm.
The race where she was 6th in, she didn't handle the ground and there was loads of excuses. So go back to her form the first day. She battered a load of okay fillies first time up. She was backed like they know how good she is. I think the market just ignored her at Ascot. I think she's a right good chance. And then the only other one I'd give a chance to is the unraced filly. But if Aiden enters an unraced filly in the group too,
she's doing something.
She's good, like so. But Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, and that's another great name.
Sing it.
Cheer up, sleep. No.
You just did.
No, I know, but I'm not finishing. No, Jean.
We need to do extra content for all these songs.
Oh, so tired.
Final race, second. Fine.
Yep.
Final
last
race.
one. The Pretty Polly Stakes.
Is it?
Fillies and mares. Oh, we're in the Curragh Cup as well. You don't have that down though.
Don't they?
No.
All right, True Self's going to win the Curragh Cup anyway. Next.
The Group 1 for the fillies and mares. Cayenne Pepper's favourite, 11-4.
Favourite now.
Joint favourite with Santa Barbara. Epona Plays. which I think Tom put up in one of the podcasts a while ago, won at a decent price. 7-2. Thunder and Knights 4-1. Pretty Gorgeous, who's pretty useless, 10-1. She is.
It's pretty true.
Insinuendo.
You are.
It's really hard to say.
You're just
12-1.
You need food.
Empress Josephine 12-1. Divinely 14-1, and then 16-1 Bar. Who are you going for?
I'm going for cayenne pepper, but when I put her down, she was 5-1. Thought I was getting a bit of value.
Yeah, well, she's not anymore.
No, look, she had a good comeback run on ground. She probably wouldn't have liked. She has a 4-length win over on course and distance in a Group 2 though. Not the strongest Group 1 in the world, hence why she's favourite. Thundering Knights will be interesting if she had a run on the back of our Breeders' Cup second behind me and Mary. But look, it's one you liked last year. I kind of tashed on to her a bit last year till she put in that. Well, I say she put in a stinker. Shane Foley had a little boo-boo on her in Cork one day where he thought he was travelling on bloody on Frankel.
Yeah, but the other side of that is she was beaten by Tarnawa that day. So it didn't really turn out to be that bad.
That's true, but she should have been a lot closer still.
She should have, and she might have even won that day because it's Tarnawa's first run of the season, I think. But like Tarnawa was an absolute
rocket.
Oh,
who I also backed again for the arc.
Very, very. I've her backed and Saint Mark's Basilica.
You love saying his name. Could you always break it down?
He's a very good goal. Very good.
Look, our course form as well is very good. It's first, second, first, and fourth. On the fourth was on soft ground on a comeback run. This has obviously been the target on the back of the run.
Super course form at Whistling Straits.
I'm gone now. Yeah, I think she'd be hard to at least keep out of the frame. The ground is going to be in our favour. A little rain today, but it's not much more expected for the rest of the week. I think she'll get our Group 1 here.
I think if Santa Barbara doesn't win this, she's a complete bust.
She's the bust already.
But I don't think she's going to win it, and I'm not backing her. I am going to back the same horse I put up for Royal Ascot, and the ground went totally against her yet again, and it has to stay good to form. If it doesn't stay good to form, tear up her slip and throw it in the fire. Shale.
You're holding on to Shale.
She has to have firm ground. Has to. She's not going to win if it's if it's good. I'd even be worried about it. Has to have firm in the description, and would hope then that she goes through with her effort.
Herself and Pretty Gorgeous been beating each other all last year. That's not looking great now.
Pretty Gorgeous, she likes soft ground. She's got her soft ground and hasn't performed on it. Shale is waiting for good to form.
What do you make of her performance? She's travelling there all the time. Yeah,
I don't know, to be honest.
Wind issue.
To be honest, if both of them run stink, then they were just decent 2-year-olds, and that's the end of that. That happens.
No, she has the size to be a 3-year-old. She's big.
I think she's by Zoffany, and I know she's actually by Lawman. She should have trained on. I don't know, but yeah, Empress Josephina is overpriced in this as well after winning the Irish Guineas. Again, she didn't run all that great at Ascot, but
look, they're going to run in and out.
She was first, then you have a 0 beside her name, then second, then first in the Group 1. They're fillies. Tom, I think Tom said it last week. They just throw in strange runs for no reason every now and again. Very hard to get a filly like say an Abel or those kind of fillies that win consistently every time they run. A lot of them will just be not happy one day and just not want to do it.
And Abel didn't. Oh, she's a yak. Should have used honeysuckle as the allergy.
That's why it's such an anomaly for a filly to win that many races in a row.
They come into season and everything.
Like Her or Zarkava, and they come into season, they're stroppy and stuff like that. So I'd never worry if I like a filly. That sounded kind of bad.
I worry when you like a filly.
Racehorse.
Really worry.
And they throw in a bad run, it happens. They can be unpredictable.
Like their human counterparts.
Yes. And it would not surprise me at all if a double figure price wins this. So I would be Empress Josephine and Shale. Yeah,
I was looking through it, and it's not the... Look, if you have a decent bloody mare or filly running in this, it'd be very easy to win it. It's not the best bunch in the world, is it?
There's not. And there's not a load of Group 1 winners in it. Empress Josephine's won a Group 1, and so is Shale. And Pretty Gorgeous, but like I think Pretty Gorgeous has had her 2 chances now.
Cayenne Pepper is the favourite, and she hasn't won a Group 1.
No, this is her chance to win one, but like she keeps losing when you think she's going to win.
It's the course form now that adds strength in your enthusiasm. Like, don't mind the fort last time. That was behind.
Imagine how much love would batter all these.
That was behind Broome and Helvig Dream, I think, and True Self.
That day.
And True Self.
That Helvig Dream. My God.
Colin Keane just landed on the line.
And then he was after losing a foot away.
Literally has to be dropped on the line.
A foot away and a foot after. Nope, you didn't win. And
it was a Hardy Eustace ride.
Yeah, but he
won.
A Archibald ride.
Archibald, sorry.
And he won this time.
Yeah, I think it's our chance. It is our chance.
It is. It's our big chance.
Right. Get on apps and next best, and we'll get going.
Even though Frankie's turned me off, my nap is...
Dan really went the other way.
Turn me on. Is Lone Eagle. And my next best would probably be Cheer Up Sleepy Jean. Depending on the price. We don't know yet, but sure, look.
You're going to love this one. Ready? My nap. Running in the Chips Chase Stakes at Newcastle.
Newcastle. One of my favourite tracks.
Diligent Harry.
Oh, yes. He's finally back.
Come on. He can't.
I can't understand. If he doesn't run, then there's something wrong.
Guess what price he is?
He has to run.
Guess what price he is? Unreal price.
7-4.
5-1.
Where's this?
Newcastle.
Who's in it with him?
I don't know. I don't care. He's going to win.
Yeah. I'll be back in that. Well done.
Finally. My next best is High Definition.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that now. He's going to win.
What we found out here is Diligent Harry is the one to bet at the weekend.
Yeah, I don't mind that we talked about there. Just back Diligent Harry.
Because I wasn't in the races, I hadn't looked at that race, but oh boy, am I back in that thing.
Oh, some price.
I said it last week. 3 colts. Him and the
Dragon Symbol,
and I think was their own Supremacy. I said, but
no,
him and Dragon Symbol were all for. Oh, sorry, Rohan.
Yes.
Who's not a colt.
No, he has his testes chopped off. Well, not technically, no. He had a little snip, which you could do it. Get you in trouble. Anyway, that's us done for our Irish Derby preview. We are back on Sunday to have a look back on everything else. So keep an eye on the social media platforms as well.
Actually, lots of stories this week.
Just cut fucking over me.
I'm ready for Sunday.
What's Sunday?
I'm sure we'll be talking about Jim Bolger and drugs and all that kind of stuff.
Do you know something I don't know?
No, but he's been invited to the Do you not read the news?
When
the Irish government have invited him to a hearing to discuss what he's saying about people. Did you not see what he said?
No, enlighten me. Hold up now.
There's basically there's a Lance Armstrong in Irish racing, and he will eventually get caught.
Oh, who do we think it is?
And the Irish government have invited him to actually say to them who it is. To be truthful and a tribunal type thing, and he has yet.
Want to play a game here?
I'm not mentioning any names.
No, we're not mentioning any names.
No,
we're not mentioning any names. We're going to write down who we think it is, and if that name is announced, we'll show that we had now.
Yeah, but then we can talk about it.
Oh yeah, no. Write down who you think it is. I'm trying to think now. Who you think it is? Really?
Yeah.
Think you could do it again?
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe.
That's what I think.
See, it's a big story. We'll obviously talk about it Sunday, but I can't I wouldn't think Jim Bolger is making it up or anything, because his whole empire is built and all that. You know what I mean? It makes no difference to him. But
what date is it?
It is the
23rd.
But yeah, that's a pretty big story now at the moment, and maybe read the news, Andrew.
I do. Sometimes I don't.
That is a racing story, but it was on the main news this morning. Even on the car radio.
I don't watch the news because Dr. Death is on it every second day.
Every day.
I haven't watched it since.
It's made news all over the country. Like
I'll make sure.
in the radios, you're driving a car, you're hearing about it and all
Today?
that, so. Yeah.
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 I had a long day today, didn't see it. But I would make it my business to go back and listen to it. Right. Hopefully Jim Bolger will spill the beans by Sunday and we'll have a good old talking points live at 8 o'clock on YouTube. But until then, lads, enjoy the Irish Derby and we will see you on Sunday. But again, keep an eye out on our social media because we have a few things to announce in the upcoming day/week, hopefully. So again, we see you Sunday live at 8 o'clock for talking points. This thing has still been